Kephalaia Chapter 1. Wisdom of the Teacher, the Two Principles. I will illuminate the entire teaching of wisdom, the discourse concerning the beginning time, the separation and the height, how the powers of darkness went up into the height, and how they were distributed. Thus they wage war with the kingdom of light. How they wished to reside in the height, and to mix with the aeons of light, from the realm of pure light. They crave to own the kingdom of light, in which there is no darkness and no death. In the world of the darkness, the realm and its root bubbled forth from evil, which the earth shook far from the light, and knew not the light. From the depths of their nature they rose up from the darkness in war against the aeons of light. The aeon of light stood firm, concerning eternity. It is, as I have described to you, each of them exists. They are separated from one another in their nature for eternity, having begun from the worlds which I have described to you. That is to say, the darkness waged war against the light, desiring to rule over an essence not its own. It spread quarrel and fell into confusion. It came up in this great distress and need. The power came forth from the light, the one called the first man, as a saviour of the community through divinity. He donned the full armour of light. He crucified the entire enmity, and with the armour he overcame and bound the archons of darkness. He led forth the sun as the crown of light. The living spirit spread out the universe, the earth. He set in order the light and the darkness in the beginning and the end. He ordained the heavens and the wheel of the luminaries. The virgins of light in the height began purifying the light from the darkness. He positioned himself and established the entire creation which was erected, below and above, near the earth, being mixed together. He raised up the earth and set it before 4 mountains, and 3 vessels spread about in its seas and its mountains. He ordered its design, and this world received its arrangement as a bond for the evil powers, and the course of the light particles that had been mixed with the darkness. Then the third ambassador came in his appearance. He became saviour and redeemer for all things. He brought liberation to the souls and the light particles. Those who are found in all the wheels are purified from the world. The fire comes into it and devours all the light, becomes a purifier and ascends to its essence. But the darkness which is in its enclosed in a binding and does not ascend, it remains imprisoned below forever. When the light is fully gathered and the purification is complete, they reveal themselves in glory and go into him and become one with the aeons. It is established forever, and they will rule it until eternity, and one single God will be over the all, being above the all. You will find no adversary from this time forward against the Father, the King of light, and the realm of light in which they reside. This is how it shall be when they no longer mix and mingle with one another, for the separation is eternal in the end. I have revealed these 3 great lessons in my books. I have written them in my books of light, in the great gospel and the treasure of life, in the treatise, in the book of mysteries, in the writing which I wrote an account of the Parthians, and also in all my epistles, in the psalms and prayers. For these 3 lessons are the measure of the entire wisdom. Everything which has been written and will be written is encompassed in them. One can discern the truth and recognize it through them. Every scribe who reveals these 3 great lessons is a true scribe. Likewise, every teacher who teaches and preaches concerning these 3 lessons is the true teacher. Also, behold, I have revealed these 3 great lessons and have given them to you. The first great lesson is the 2 principles, light and darkness, in their eternal separation. The second great lesson is the mixture, how the light became trapped in matter through the assault of darkness, and how the world was fashioned as a mechanism for the liberation of the light particles. The third great lesson is the deliverance, how the light shall be gathered from the darkness, how the messengers come to awaken the souls, and how in the end all shall be separated. The light ascending to its realm, and the darkness bound in its prison forever. I have taught these things to those who walk in the world because of the 12 in it, who are in the cities and dwellings found in the world. because of the gates that are opened in them upon the earth, which are in the four corners. I have endured much on account of this teaching and my sufferings. For you and my afflictions are made for humanity, so that I may bring forth understanding. Now I will give to you much wisdom. The world has not permitted me to write all of it down. Also, even now you are my children and my disciples. So write down my entire wisdom, the questions about which you have questioned me, and the interpretations which I have explained to you from time to time. The discourses, the words which I have spoken together with the teachers, to the leaders, and also the elect and the catechumens, and those which I have spoken to the free men and free women, and all which I have spoken from time to time, they are not written. You must remember them and write them down, gather them from everywhere, for numerous is the wisdom which I have spoken to you. I have informed and spoken to each person individually. To each one I have given conviction. To the elect I have given psychic wisdom and instruction concerning the soul's liberation. I have taught the psychics and the hearers, giving them knowledge according to their capacity, instructing the children according to their power and understanding, giving to them as is fitting for them, so that they may hear the teachings together with those who understand, the instruction through the prophets. Afterward, each one must learn from the books of wisdom and the teaching, which is the truth, which I have revealed to all of them. In the catechesis to those who have gone forth among the living ones, in order that they may see the truth. They spoke according to place by place, according to city by city, according to region by region. They have borne witness according to the body itself and according to the Spirit, proclaiming the truth, teaching in every assembly, so that you may bear witness at the time when my beloved disciples and the hope and the message are spread by the disciples. For it is written that after his death, the Saviour, the parables, the signs and wonders, they wrote a book according to his teaching. They distinguished mysteries in every place. They asked him, Lord, when shall these things be? When? But did not reveal the time of the final restoration. So it was with the prophets who came before. So it was with the true disciples of Jacob and others who followed the way. It was written concerning the succession in Persia, but the full wisdom was not preserved in writing. In ancient times, Zoroaster wrote books. After his disciples, after his death, they remembered and wrote down what they remember and what they read today. Likewise, after Buddha came, the disciples wrote concerning him, and he also preached his hope and much wisdom. He chose his churches and completed his churches, and revealed concerning them his hope. But this alone is the difference. He did not write his wisdom in books. His disciples who came after him, they are the ones who remembered something of the wisdom which they heard from the Buddha, and they wrote it in writings. But this is the situation. The fathers of righteousness did not write their wisdom in books, so that their righteousness and their church would not perish from the world. Therefore they did not write, for if they had written the wisdom in books, it would not have been lost or gone astray, and fallen into error, to go astray, to adulterate and corrupt, to mix and confuse. For they knew that when words are fixed in writing, men may dispute over them and distort their meaning. Therefore the entire body of knowledge will be revealed in the world, for the fathers of righteousness know this, that they would go astray from the living transmission of truth, while they shine in their communities through oral teaching. But I have chosen to write them for you in books and to teach you by mouth, that both may preserve the truth. For every ordinance and the commandments were revealed to you in my writings, which I gave to you, so that the wisdom and the interpretation which I spoke from time to time, and which I did not write in books, would not be lost. Therefore I command you, remember my words and write them after my death, so that they may not be lost to you. For you yourselves know that the great wisdom which I have proclaimed in every city, in every region apart from that which I have written in books, no human mouth suffices to write it all down. But you, according to your ability, and as much as you are able, remember it, and write a small book from the great wisdom which you have heard from me. If you write it and marvel at it, you will be enlightened completely and greatly, and have benefit, and become free and a child of the truth.